Crazy Friday, Dorsey, Lion, greetings all. Trying to get lurk bait turned on, and then I will also reset so we can give away the winner of lurk bait today. Once it's set up, is gonna get a 5-day. I think it's 5-day. It's the last of those Norway tickets I have to give away. But let me get this turned on first, so don't do it yet. What's up, Emperor? Greetings. I just want to make sure that I've got our leaderboards reset, because that way it'll be fair. Start a new leaderboard. Leaderboards reset. Yes, let's go to the leaderboard. Whoa, Matt jumping in there. Yo, you didn't mean to, but I forgot that it's set up to when you subscribe, you also get one. Yo, thanks for the sub, Matt. I really appreciate that. 7 months of support. Thank you so much. Yo, Delu, welcome back. Yo, what's up? Awesome. Thank you so much. Yo, the song was good, Ramathor. Definitely sad. Definitely sad. Alright, so it is indeed reset. That's great. We can say with confidence that it worked. So, as I was saying, the winner is going to get this Norway ticket from Brink. I think it's a 5-day, but you're going to get whoever wins the lurk bait thing today will get a Norway ticket. So you really like it, huh? That's cool, Ramathor. I just saw a setup that I'm just like so excited to try. I was also gonna try to do some I don't know. I don't feel like we don't have to go Cardinal today, do we? What all was he catching on this? What's the biggest thing he caught? A 17 kilo poor beagle. Let's live on the edge. Let's go back down to 60 kilo. Let's use a Regal or something like that. Let's don't go Cardinal on this. Which means we can go back down to... I'll show you what I'm fishing with in just a second, or the setup. 60. I guess we'll just go with the big 60. It doesn't matter. 60, and then we want to go with a 60 here. Maybe I need to craft a new one, huh? Because we would actually like it to be less wear than that. I can't remember if those are purchasable or if I just craft them. I mean, you probably could do either, but let's just see. Your mom, welcome back. Good to see you all. Shock leaders. 60, here it is. So is there any advantage? Oh, they're so cheap too. Is there any advantage to crafting those? Shock leader. Do I have the 60 material? Sure I do, right? 60 is here. So what's the advantage? It's probably just a little cheaper to make it. Adriatica can be bought in any store unless it's out of stock. Is that what you're asking? Like, where is it in stock? Alright, so now we should be able to do... Alright, so here's the ones that I... Here are the ones that I bought, I guess? Oh, here's the one I crafted. I guess we'll use a handcrafted. There doesn't seem to be any difference. They're all 2 meters, so it's all the same. Is my Regal available? No. Oh, we could do this. We'll do this. I like using the Taiga Sea anniversary. Alright, here's the setup we're using, folks. I'm not saying this is the best setup. There might be a better one, but this one looked fun to me. So we're going to go to do Jigmeister. Oh, crap. Now I'm experiencing second guessing myself. Well, if we get spooled, we get spooled, and we'll learn our lesson. Alright, he's running a... I don't know why he's running an Aberdeen right there, but I'll try it. We're going silver plastic, which for some reason is on another setup, and I'm frankly just not going to go look for it. I think they wear out eventually anyway, right? Plastic rattle. Plastic rattle, fire tube white. Need another one of those, and I am going to go fillet. It looks like he was going without fillet, but I'm going to do it. I could go back to 77. Really? Let's do that. I think that's probably smart. All right, so I'll craft one to get full out of it. You know what I mean? And we'll go back to 82, 77. Anyway, there we go. And this is what else we're running on here. We're gonna actually go down to 3-aught. Let's do Marlin. I'm feeling Marlin. And top 2 spots are going to be Quickers again. Of course, the 08, which we had some success with this yesterday. We'll go green. I don't know what it is. Like, something kind of strikes hold of the meta, and then before you know it, everybody's doing it. This whole, like, green and fluorescent, even though it's a very shallow spot we're fishing at, kind of is what it is. What did I just click on? Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, this one we're going back to the pink quicker, which is the 07. And we are doing double pink. And finally, and this is a little spicy here at the bottom, I wish they did 4-0 hook. I think that would make it even cooler. Maybe that'll be like the one thing I sort of change a little bit. We're gonna go salty 140-08, which is right here. Black and white, grocery cart, trolley. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. The only thing I want to do is craft a 77, so we're getting a little bit less downgrading there on that. So let me see if we have the 77. We don't. So I think what I'll do, instead of buying the 77 line, since we don't use that one this much, we're just going to purchase 77 from the store. Again, these are so cheap, you might as well switch them when you can take advantage of the full amount. All right, that's our setup, folks. Now, the other thing I want to do is I want to go back to this. If we feel like it, we might drag the flying worm a little bit. But that's what we're going for. Yo, what's up, Cassavir? So let's get us a 2-day and a 1-day. And let's get out on the water, and then I will try to get caught up if I missed anything in chat. I don't know if I did or not, but. Oh, sorry, neighbor. All right, here we go. Like there's just lots of fishing going on is the main thing. 5,000's out of stock. What level are you? I'm trying 34 again, Dorsey, is where I'm heading. Yeah, if you can go to Volkov, that should be your ticket. Volkov should be your ticket. If you can't get to Volkov yet, then it might just be a problem. 18. So, let's see. Can you overpay for it at Quarry? Have you looked at Quarry to see if it's there? You're going to overpay, but if you want it that badly... like same thing with Belaya. You could overpay at Quarry or Belaya. Is it really sold out at Old Berg as well? That stinks. If it is. Well, there you go. Bomar is confirming last time he was doing this, he had to go to Quarry. And, you know, every time it's just like this until you get some restock into the system. It's like dominoes, right? So it could even be sold out at Quarry now. Which salty fish am I trying? 08, 140-08. I mean, there just continues to be some like real spicy fish coming out of 34, so I thought we'd give this a try. Now it's going to be pricey. Everything's up is more expensive at Quarry, but if you really want the reel, that might be an option. Oh, I didn't see Seattle got a touchdown as well. Too bad. Oh, stinks. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, that's a real bummer. What was the substitute for that one? I feel like there was like a less desirable substitute that we would sometimes get at lower levels. Let's see. You were trying to find the what? The Adriatica? What is that? A 6,000? Yeah, Adriatica 5,000 actually. Um, well, the Pride might be what I was thinking of. It's just a little more expensive. A little heavier mech, which is nice. A little more line length. It hurts to pay that extra 100 or 80 silver for it, but I don't know. Our Pride sold out too. Like 80 silver more. I actually thought there was a cheaper version that we used to go for. Maybe, what am I thinking of? 7.5. You could do the Pride 4,000, save a couple bucks. I mean, the Hercules, you get 6.8 out of that, but it's a 40, so it's going to be less spool. I don't know. I don't know. It's been a while since I've looked at those smaller ones. Yo, most dope, welcome to stream. All right, no worries, Kush. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Look at that coffee cup. Ooh, first fish hake. First fish hake. Yo, Salty Frost, thanks for the follow. One of these days I gotta go back in and create some new, or reconnect the follower sub alerts and all that. I miss our old alerts. I know that like with this lurk bait thing, it's just harder because of all the fish alerts we have, but still, I feel like I want to go back to recognizing the follows and the subs a little more specifically. All right, so let's see what we can do on this setup here at 34. I haven't decided for sure, Chad, but I thought about cutting off fishing a little earlier than normal today and streaming a little Lotro, but I keep going back and forth. I'm not sure. Either way, it's not going to be a super long stream today. And it's possible that I'll be able to get one in tomorrow as well, but I was just kind of feeling like Lotro today. We'll see, though. So I would encourage you to check out the FAQ that the developer did talking about the difference in spod and spom. It has to do with, there's a spiny, by the way. One of the things we're hoping to get is a few more sharks today. There is an FAQ that talks about, on the forums, that talks about the difference in spod and spom. It has to do with the size of the particles you have in the mix. And that's the main like factor. But it shouldn't be any difference in terms of the bounce back thing. That should not be determined by spot or spawn, at least not in my experience. Usually that has to do with kind of how you set your clip and then how hard you cast. And my guess is it is working correctly. I think as long as it hits the water within a couple meters of where you're wanting it to be, you're probably getting the desired effect. But without seeing exactly what you're talking about, it might be hard to say. I don't think, if we look at it, I don't think it actually tells us here. I think you've got to be in the menu. I'm not sure if in the store spot and spawn things. Can't remember if it actually tells you on the maybe the spawn will say it. Spod seems pretty generic. It doesn't say. So I don't know. I would look at the FAQ. We're just gonna have to, trust that the developers are telling us basically how it works. Yo, Troller, nice trophy rough. Yeah, I guess so, Bomar. I haven't played. I think I've had so little time to play my main account. I just haven't. I definitely haven't gotten to the leveling account. But I was having a lot of fun really focusing on copper on that account. So I'm glad I did it. I just don't know if I'll get back to it or not. I'm just not sure. Sounds like you're doing quite well though. Yeah, no, I actually really like that bowl. I had fun doing that. Again, I think if I had more time, I'd probably still. It's kind of nice to be able to check out maybe the next spot you might want to go to on your main account. Go ahead and kind of check it out a little bit on the alt account. It's cool. The neat strategy, especially with carp fishing. Ooh, we got an uncommon koi, huh? 50 gold. Nice start. Nice little safe. Like a 12 kilo safe. Out of curiosity, let's see what we're catching on this stuff on. All right, that was the 07. 08 for the eel pout. Jigmeister caught that hake. That's funny. And the 08 for the saith. So what got the sculpt in the 08? So the thing that's not called anything yet is the salty fish. I'll keep an eye on that. I did put the 4-aught hook on there. We should go down to 3. All right, Dorsey, I'll change it next time I pull it up. It's probably smart. Ooh, nice, Dorsey. Yo, what's up, Amar? Oh, what are you up to today, Amar? Yo, Amar, I tried to watch Attack of the Titan the other day. Attack of the Titan, is that what it's called? Attack of the Titans? Attack on Titan? Attack of the Titan? I don't know. I think I'm like 2 or 3 episodes in. It's a Manhua. Manhua. Reading some Manhua. Attack on Titan, thank you. I just hear so many people talking about it. I was like, well, I want to try it and see what it's all about. Like, so many people say that Attack on Titan's their favorite manga or whatever. Oh, Manhua is a website, huh? That's how you read stuff online, I think. I'm understanding that correctly. Pretty good anime. Amar, have you done anything with Oh, Manhua is Chinese version of manga? Okay. Have you done anything with Invincible, Amar? Have you read or watched it? I've actually been enjoying that. I haven't I mean I'm reading it. I'm not watching it yet, but I think it's pretty good. Oh, is that right? Is that right, Nom Nom? Yeah, like I said, I'm only 2 or 3 episodes in. I don't know how long season 1 is, but it has not grabbed me thus far. I'll say that. It actually feels like pretty dated, and I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where if you don't like connect with it in a certain time or way, it's like, oh, Invincible. It's Invincible is it's an American. I mean, it's more like comic book, but it's graphic novel. I mean, it's not for kids necessarily, but um, it's Robert Kirkman is the author, who is the Walking Dead guy. I think it's what he did basically once he finished Walking Dead. So it's a little different than the other stuff we're talking about. But I'm finding it pretty good. Like I just always like it when somebody tries to do a fresh take on superhero stuff. Fresh take on superheroes interesting. Like I always enjoyed M. Night Shyamalan's Unbreakable movie as a fresh take on what that would be like. But solo leveling. Okay, I've heard about this. I don't remember where. Solo leveling. What is that even available on, Amar, when you say watch it? So this is from South Korea. Solo leveling. What have I heard about this? Looks interesting. Okay, there's a spiny. We'll see what that came in on. Okay, that was the salty fish. It was just small. But that's encouraging. Maybe we'll... The dab was on the quicker, by the way. Crunchyroll. Solo leveling. Where to watch. Does Crunchyroll require a subscription or anything? Yeah, Crunchyroll is the only thing that comes up, so that looks like that's the option, huh? Start watching episode 1. Like, is there some content you can watch for free and some stuff that's gated, or how does that work? Sometimes some things are free. Okay. You have the same thing with mecha shows, just not my thing, so I've watched only 3 out of that genre. Yeah, I am not into mech stuff. I never have been, to be honest. All right, this is a decent... Some people love mech fantasy stuff, or, you know, futuristic mech stories. Never really been me, but where does that originate from? Like, is there a commonality between, do you enjoy mech, even like video games and stuff like that? And did you enjoy the Transformers when you were younger? Is that the connection? Because I didn't like Transformers either, so I'm just wondering if there's some, like, there's a combination there. You do enjoy mech stuff? What is this? Turbot? Turbot, what did you come in on? Jigmeister. I like that Jigmeister's doing a little work. I wasn't sure how much work the Jigmeister would do. Knights of Sidonia. Why have I heard of that? I bet there's like a game or something based on that. Knights of Sidonia. Yeah, I've definitely never seen it before. Oh, it's on Netflix. Maybe that's why I've heard about it. It's just because I've seen, like, in scrolling on Netflix I saw it. Yo, Trophy Gibble. Nice joint, Papa. Welcome back, Ramathor. We've been talking all about... I don't even know what we're talking about. Animated stuff. Anime, manga. So my favorite, what do you call it? Like, what is Watchmen? What category is the Watchmen? Because that's the same thing that Invincible would go in, I think. It's like, not really, people don't call it comics, right? They call it something else. I think The Watchmen's still my favorite, but Invincible has been way more enjoyable than I expected. Graphic novel, thank you, Ramathor. 4th album is actually animated. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Yes, thank you, graphic novel. The expression went out of my brain for a second there. Rock and blues. That's cool. That's a nice whiting, by the way. We'll take a 1.1 whiting. What did that come in on? Oh, Jigmeister. Y'all, Jigmeister, watch out to the lurkers of this world, because Jigmeister is doing its thing right now. Yeah, if y'all haven't seen... Well, no, if you haven't read Watchmen... Well, I don't know. Maybe it's not that good that you have to be like that, but... So it's Alan Moore, right? Isn't that the author of The Watchmen? And he also wrote some of the, like, pivotal Batman stories that sort of turned turn DC around at a time when it was floundering a little bit. See what I did there? I might be making some of this up, but I'm pretty sure some of this at least is true. I just find Watchmen to be amazing, though. Thoughtful. I didn't know that comics or graphic novels could be so thoughtful until I read Watchmen. You'll take those whitings all day. Yeah, anything over a kilo on a whiting, you're like, yes and more, please. Especially in this kind of situation when you're fishing with a high bite rate type situation at 34. Flashpoint paradox. Interesting. Welcome back, Amar. The Flashpoint paradox. I don't know this. There's so much I don't know about that world, though. I'll look real quick. Yeah, it's another safe. Very small safe. Let's turn that one into the big boy. Actually, yeah, we'll turn that into a huge. One day, huge fillets might be a thing, right? I mean, I can't promise you, but it could be. I like anything Batman, so I probably would enjoy that. But all right, Flashpoint universe. No, paradox. Sorry. Paradox. All right, let me see what this is. Ooh. Wow. Justice League, the Flashpoint paradox. Kevin Conroy plays Batman. That's a good start, right? Ron Perlman's involved. Heavy hitters. The heavy hitters. Michael B. Jordan. Oh, interesting. That's interesting, Ramathor. You can think of a subject, manga, manhwa, manhua, or graphic novels have you covered. Yeah, for sure. It's pretty dark. I like dark. I like my comic stories dark. I don't know if that's true or not. I think it is. Probably why I like Batman. The better Batman stories are usually fairly dark. You were sad when Conroy died? Yeah, for sure. All right, let me see. What was the Batman you said? The Batman Who Laughs. Yeah, I've seen that before. I am a little bit familiar with Batman Who Laughs, honestly. Under the Red Hood was the first one you said. Okay. Batman Under the Red Hood, 2010. Hmm. Yo, Richie Rich. You talking about the comic Richie Rich? I think I know what that is. That story is absolutely insane. Which one are you talking about, Ramathor? Oh, Batman Who Laughs. Dennis the Menace. I do recognize Dennis the Menace. Old newspaper comic strip. Yeah. Batman Who Laughs. Okay. I'm watching the little trailer they have on Under the Red Hood. That looks cool. Tiny Whiting. Not quite as good as the Tiny Dancer. Batman Who Laughs. It looks so weird. Okay. This is Bruce Wayne from Earth 22. Okay. Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Interesting. So this is Batman if Batman was not a good guy. Interesting. Yo, Leo, how's it going? Batman and the Joker became one person. Oh, wow. Hey, has anybody seen the Joker sequel? Am I doing a comp today? You know what? I think I'm going to be comp free today. I think I might be comp free today. I might take the day off on comps, but if we get a stream in tomorrow, we'll try to return to the world of comping. All right, Alan Moore. Alan Moore, Batman. Which one is it? Yeah, it's... What is this? All right, it is The Killing Joke. So I guess Alan Moore wrote The Killing Joke. And didn't he also... you heard it's terrible. They tried to do way too much. Dorsey says, I watched it in theaters yesterday. It was okay. Too many music and a horrible ending. Oh, interesting. Ooh, 15 kilos safe. Dang. Killing Joke is good. Killing Joke was good. Yeah, that's Alan Moore. He wrote The Watchmen, and then they paid him lots of money to come re-energize Batman with The Killing Joke. Richie Rich was 52 to 82. Oh, interesting. The movie is okay because they tried to cram it in like an hour and 20 minutes. The very end of The Killing Joke makes it all worth it. So that's interesting. After the first Joker was received so well, sounds like this one's a little more mixed reviews, huh? Interesting. Well, I will definitely wait until it's no longer... oh, I forget that Alan Moore also did V for Vendetta, y'all. He's got some interesting things. He's got some interesting things. We're all of a sudden, like, we're hooking into some fish here. These fish are serious. If we were not using 77, it would be a little more serious, but... First one was super depressing and caused shootings. This one's more lightweight compared to it. Interesting. Too bad it's a little cod. What did the Saith come in on? Look at the Jigmeister, y'all. Don't slip. The Jigmeister is catching so many fish right now. These other, you know, Quickers and salty fish having a hard time keeping up. I thought the first Joker was, I thought it was quite good. I really liked it, actually. But I like that actor a lot. So whenever he's kind of doing his thing, I usually enjoy it. Oh, did he? That's so weird. Huh. Okay. I didn't know that there was a brief time where Moore actually wrote for Marvel as well. Okay, I'm bouncing off all of that. Thank you for taking me through some comic book fun. Dead Man Wonderland. I've not seen any of those Ramathor. Jig number 1, hot bait lately. The only comics I don't like are the ones where they play musical instruments and you need the anime for them. Where's that other tiny whiting? Quicker. There are definitely some whitings out here right now, huh? The Cyberpunk anime, is that the one that's on Netflix? I think I saw that one. Yo, what's up, Josh Gamer? 34 is like really still very good. I think you could probably use about anything. I'll show you what I'm using. I'm using the Jigmeister, which is doing really well. And then I'm using a combination of the Quicker 08 and 07. And then I'm using the Salty Fish 14008. Berserk has been going since 87. And the author died recently. I don't know about today, but yesterday people were catching some good pollock down on 41, but I never made it down there to try it. Berserk is so dark. Berserk comic. Let me see what this is. I don't think I've even heard of this. It's been going for that long. Like, how do you even get started with something that's been going on that long? So this is a Japanese manga, written and illustrated. Imagine the talent these people have to write it and illustrate it. Kentaro Miura, set in a medieval Europe-inspired dark fantasy world. Guts, a lone swordsman, and Griffith, the leader of a mercenary band called the Band of the Hawk. What did we just catch? Another dab. So Quicker 07 and Quicker 08. Both Quickers called a dab. This is a Dark Horse comic. Oh, interesting. Berserk, Episode 1, Volume 1. Surely they have a compendulum. Is that how you say it? By now on Berserk? Let me check. Oops. There's a Neopalt. Berserk is what Dark Souls and Demon Souls are loosely based on? Really? You heard a friend might take over Berserk? Oh, like a friend of the author or a friend of yours? Wait, there's a Berserk on Netflix? Is that what you're saying? Yo, what's up, Flonka? Which reel should I buy for the C after the Regal? That's complicated. I feel that's a complicated question. I like that. If I was doing it right now, if I was saving for something after the Regal, for me it might be that Taiga LTD 40,66820 or whatever it's called. But I don't know. That's a tough one. Friend of the author. Okay. No friend of yours? All right, let's see. Is there a Berserk compendulum? Spelling is hard, y'all. Wow. All right, Berserk Deluxe Volume 1. So what does this include? This includes 1 through 3 volumes. Okay, volumes 1 through 3. Yeah, Taiga C40. There you go. Oh, I was talking about reading, not watching. I assumed reading was the way to go with this stuff, but I was just curious, like how they package it. Something that's has spread out over that much time, you know. Uh, hmm. All right, I gotta stop looking at this stuff. I keep missing bites, or not missing, but you know what I mean. All right, cool. So you've read it, Amar? You've read Berserk? Ooh, nice trophy F1. Hey, there's another Spiny. Let's see what that one was on. Jigmeister again. We're floating back down towards the middle. Ayupu, nice trophy F1. Love to see it. Hey, look at these spinies coming out. 3.6, that's a healthy one. That's a salty fish. Have y'all heard the very, very good news that Brandon Sanderson's 6th book in the Stormlight Archive is releasing in December? I am rereading for the 3rd time the Stormlight Archive to prepare for it. So excited. Trophy weight for Spiny. I don't know exactly. Tapas.io. 7 is trophy. Thank you, Dorsey. Ooh, look at that red king. Y'all, I don't think I've caught a red king crab in a minute. It's the Stormlight is not the name of it. So the first book is called The Way of Kings. Did I call it Stormlight? What is it? The Stormlight Archive? Maybe it is called the Stormlight Archive. But the first book is called The Way of Kings. It's by far, I mean, if you discount Lord of the Rings, because Lord of the Rings, it's hard to even have in the discussion, but it's by far my favorite fictional fantasy type series. Like, it's not even close. I'm not even sure what second place would be. Sometimes I say Name of the Wind, but probably second place would be Dune or something like that. I don't know, but I love the Stormlight Archive. Way of Kings is the first book. These are long books, to be fair, but they are so good. I think Brandon Sanderson, at least in this series, his ability to create this world and then populate it is just fantastic. Fantastic. Mm. Yo, what's up, Atman? Yeah, doing well. Yeah, just kind of chilling, just hanging out. What is going on? We need to check the baits on these red king crab, but I mean, like I said, I haven't caught one of those in a long time, and now we've had two. All right, we've got Quicker 4.5008, and then we've got one on the Jigmeister. So it's not the lures necessarily, it's just they're a little bit active right now or something. Oh, how's that? How is Fisher Online? Atman, anything new going on over there? How much silver do I have right now? 143,063.93. New Dune movie is that they still aren't long enough to fully flesh out what the books have in them. I agree. I agree, Ramathor. I think they did a reasonably good. I think the movies are good. I like that they have a serious, sort of thoughtful feel to them, well acted, whatever. But they just aren't the movies. And some of the like changes, especially by the second Dune movie, some of the changes are starting to annoy me a little bit. So I don't know, but they're good. I mean, it's cool to see that world like taken serious and fleshed out a little bit on the screen. It's fun. It's your favorite fishing game. Have there what level are you at? I mean, how many maps have you? Well, I was gonna say had access to. Maybe it's easier to say like, are there still some maps you haven't gotten to yet? That's my thing. Is like I haven't. I'm not high enough level to even try some of the later maps. I'd love to be able to try them. It just is. It's not as grindy as this game, but it's still pretty grindy at the top. Progress is slow. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, you can travel there. That's true. They've got that system now where you can go for a couple hours, right? Japan comes out soon for the angler. Oh, that's cool. I didn't remember that they were doing Japan tomorrow. That's really cool. For 2 hours and see them? Yeah. It's very cheap. Yeah. No, it is. As long as you're like, yeah, as long as you're a little bit higher level and you're on top of getting those different types of tokens and stuff, right? Doing dailies or whatever. It's actually not that bad. Look at that loggerhead. I mean, fishing in Japan sounds awesome. As long as they have some, like, especially if they had the multi rod thing figured out by then, the rod pod and all that, that could be cool. Natural squid 2308. Oh, thank you, Wade. That's good information. There is sea fishing very early. So, what are you referring to? Trying to think about those maps. You mean that one that's like, God, I can't remember the one. I can think of a pretty early sea map where Ukraine and Italy. Okay, yeah, there you go. If you win the fishing game, just you don't want the boat ticket, Ramathor? The 5 day Norway? Are you winning right now, by the way? Leaderboard? Ramathor is in first place right now, y'all. I mean, we're all poor schmucks at the end of the day, right, Ramathor? Ooh, I don't like these little bit baby cod. You have 1,000 hours in RF4. Okay, what about in Georgia's ranked 3 now nationally after yesterday. You don't have 3 30-kilo proper setups. Yeah, you definitely, comparing these two, you definitely get to meaningful gear pretty easily in Fisher, like for like significant carp fishing and that kind of thing. But it is around that time where even Fisher Online becomes very, very slow progression, I think. Not quite like RF4, but still pretty slow. Light conventional reels, do they add to the heavy or are they separate? Yo, I don't have any idea, Josh. That's a great question. Let me check real quick if we can see on mine. There's a micro spinny, by the way. All right, so if we go to light, they must be shared. Are they shared, y'all? I have 5 points in both. You have 2,000 hours RF4 and not even a single blue tag? Well, that's not surprising. Those blue trophies can be very hard to come by unless you really like. I think if you focus on every time you see people catching like a blue trophy gibble or roach or whatever, if you spend a lot of time doing that, you probably get one, but very easy to get all the baits and lures. Only the late stuff's very expensive. You can do whatever you want. They're shared for sure. You have 4 on light and heavy. Okay, cool. Only XP is very slow there. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Like when they came out with that, you know, big ocean map last year on Fisher Online, you know, I really wanted to dig in and go try it. I know I could go get like a 2-hour pass, but I don't really want to just go there for 2 hours. Like I want to see what that map has to offer. You know what I mean? I guess you just keep doing the 2-hour trips. Maybe I need to do that. I just haven't yet. Gibble blue tags coming out this week. I have so much fun on this map in Norway and RF4. I just was curious, like, I feel like a lot of times the way Wolf does his development over there is he will take a lot of the fun things from RF4 and try to copy them in a new way or in a slightly different way. So I was curious what that experience would be like, but you still don't have a blue trophy either, Amathor. Wants to give very long-term goals. Well, I mean, that's smart. That's smart. It's got to be hard to figure out how to balance that. To respect people's time, to want people to feel like if they're playing your game, they can progress and get to stuff that's fun without, you know, having to wait just years and years. But on the other hand, keeping your more hardcore, your whales, your seriously invested fishermen, something they can do as well. Rod pods are still being worked on. Good. Was there any news on? Do you know when Japan's supposed to come out, or have they not said? They must be. I mean, they must still be making money off that game. I mean, to justify continuing to make content for it. I know they have other games and all that, but oh, 29th of this month, like in 9 days. Wow. Okay. If nothing else, I'll just be curious to see like the trailer or whatever, just get a feel for what the Japan map looks like. Let me pull it up real quick, make sure they don't already have one. I tried to return to Fishing Planet. You can't play the game, can't exactly pin down why. That handheld deep sea fishing game you had as a kid? Yeah, for sure. What am I looking for? Not Fisher Online. the Angler. Yeah, I bet they do have a trailer or something because they've already got it listed on here, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Spain, gear, t-shirt. There is a trailer. I'll find it. Destination Spain. Oh, here it is. Yo, Doomed, thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Glad it was helpful. Okay, I'm seeing this journey to Japan October 29th, but that doesn't show much. You know what I mean? Oh, here's the real thing. Okay, Call the Wild, the Angler, Japan Fishing Reserve. Let me just see if I can find this really quick. Sorry, y'all. Just give me a second here. All right, here we go. All right, this is the real deal trailer. Can I actually pull this up without totally messing everything up? Yeah. Oh, crap. Sorry. We'll be back to your lurk bait in a second. I don't want to hear about it. Okay. We know what that is. I feel like you've really got to be in the mood for the whole like you know, that's like an exploration game as much as anything. You know what I mean? Like interacting with a couple NPCs, driving around, unlocking travel points, seeing all the pretty vistas and stuff. It's cool, but it's definitely kind of 1962 Joker, nice Trophy F1. Trophy F1's coming out. What's up, Copper? Let's see. Are the red king crabs worth a lot of silver? I think they're pretty good. I think they're pretty good. I really appreciate your kind words, Doom Gamer. I'm glad they've been helpful. Arsis, welcome back. Mediterranean fishing map would be a lot of fun, especially the fighting pirates off minigame they'd have to implement. Yes, true. True, true. Javon, greetings. Welcome back. Hey, Moppy Lane, welcome to stream. Greetings from Germany. Greetings to Germany. Man, I was just talking to my wife today about how fun it would be to go to Germany, like after Thanksgiving, before Christmas. You know, just like, well, I'm sure you know. If you would do another beginner's guide, would you still recommend to buy a Fortuna Carp and HSV while reaching level 20? Yeah, I would. I would, because honestly, before you get to Copper, the game is going to get much slower. The progression is a lot slower. Unless you're buying all the trips to Norway and Copper and stuff, it slows down so much that you're not going to ever regret having Fortuna Carp Rod. It's very cheap in the grand scheme of things, right? Nor are you going to regret having those Caliber HSVs. So I would indeed still recommend those. Obviously, there's other options, but Steelhead says Pike are super active on Volkov if anybody wants them. 128.98 frogs, jerk baits, etc. Non-stop bites. Wow, steelhead, that's cool. Yeah, Horrorcut. The recommendation is with the acknowledgement that you cannot use those on copper. You would need to get separate stuff for copper, but I guess what I'm saying is unless you're going about making the progression to copper happen unnaturally fast by doing a lot of fishing at copper or Norway, I think there's still plenty of time to take advantage of the Fortuna and Caliber HSV combo before you even get to copper. That's just my opinion. You're going to make, oh, you did make some new flies for the next in real life fly fishing comp. That's awesome, Jovan. 20 pike in 17 minutes, up to 6 kilo. That's good silver. Pike are fun to catch, and they also are some good money. Arsis says hunting Call of the Wild is good, but the catch, oh, you mean Angler, one of the worst fishing games? Well, it's definitely different. I think if you're drawn to something as in-depth as RF4, then clearly the Angler is probably a little too far on the other side of that spectrum. But I have to admit, I have had some fun in the Angler, and as they continue to hopefully make it a little better and a little better, a little more options here and there, rod pod, fishing with multiple rods, bottom fishing a little more established. I mean, I think there's some fun to be had over there if you want to. Plenty of times, Oldberg, when I find the pike, I can replicate that pretty easy. Yeah, pike hunting's fun though. Pike fishing is fun. I assume pike hunting would be interesting too. All right. We are just off the bank. So how long do we want to sit here off the bank? Probably not too long. Hey, how often, I mean, what time of day do y'all think you're most likely to catch a trophy flatfish? Do you think there's a time of day when you're more likely to catch a trophy flatfish than other times? What do y'all think? You're on copper, but it's pretty slow. We're trolling. Don't mind us. We're just trolling. Wait. Could not be that deep. Is it that deep? Okay, there we go. 7158, good float spot for sunfish and taran. Fly fishing is a blast. That's cool, that man. You got your wide-eye bream trophy? Oh, nice. Very cool. Totally agree, Ramathor. Spin fishing, trolling, all that too. Yeah, I think Wolf did a decent job with fly fishing on Fisher Online. It at least feels like you are in fact doing a different type of fishing than the other types of fishing. You think a lot of things might have changed since I played? Well, every time I do log in over there or play over there, things have definitely changed. The last time I played a ton was around the time that the great hook swap happened, where all the new hooks and lines came out. I have played since then, but not much. I haven't put in enough time to really like, you know, get completely acclimated to things again. Amar played a lot of FO as well. Fly fishing in Poland. It's insane. I think they have fixed that, Amar. I think that finally did get resolved where you can now purchase through Steam again for premium and whatever. I think that did get fixed, but I could be wrong. Is that right, Atman? Did that get fixed? Fortuna carp rods, the Model 1 spinning rods, the HSVs are middle game meta. Yeah, those are good. Those are good pieces of equipment for sure. There was a long time where you couldn't purchase anything through Steam for Fisher Online, but you bought VIP no problems if you remember correctly. Okay, I think within the last few months that did get finally addressed. Like he figured out a way to play nice and do that again. I don't know. What else is possible with an HSV? All right, I'm going to stop the troll because I was really kind of using it to attempt to just kind of get back to where we wanted to be fishing at, but let's see what this is. Bottom trolling spinning, yeah. HSV is very, very flexible spinning reel, I find. There's a lot of things you can do with it, and some people have even used it out here on the sea a little bit. If you are able to be very careful in targeting small stuff. I mean, it's certainly risky, but yo, me panda, 8 months of support. Thank you so much for the sub. Moppy, thank you for the follow, by the way. Sorry I missed that earlier when it happened. Yo, thank you so much, me panda. I really appreciate the kind words, and thank you for the support. There's a little turbot. All right, cool. All right, we're going back to our main setup. I thought I would just use the opportunity there to troll a little bit while we have to get back in position. I've used it on the sea to farm for conventional. Yeah, totally. Go after Xander and Sura or trolling at Corey and Volkov. Highest money you get out of them? Easiest fish to catch. I mean, technically, one of the answers to that could be bleak and dace. Bleak and rough. Yeah, that's a good answer. Bleak, dace, and rough. Get a decent amount of silver. There's tons of cafe orders, and they're very easy to catch. Copper is another good answer to that question. If you're able to get to copper, there's a lot of stuff you can catch at copper pretty easily that's worth good money. Ooh, nice American place. I love it. We're on to some pretty good fish today. This has been fun. The different flatfish, some spiny dogfish, the 2 king crabs, and then some whitings mixed in. I also like that some of our safe, at least, have been pretty big, like 15, 12. It's not all been that small stuff. Excuse me. I think bream's a good answer, too. I actually think bream's a good answer. Depends on the week, but sometimes it's definitely not hard to catch a lot of bream and make some good silver. UO says bleak at Ladoga with single rod. You can... We got here. I could be wrong, but this does not feel safety. This feels more like a cusk or something. Once again, I hope I'm wrong. Not that I want it to be safe, but the worst case scenario for this fish is that it's a cod. And there's been a decent amount of cod, so we gotta expect the worst here. But all right, so another vote for telefishing at Ladoga. Ladoga Lake, that is. Yes, no, bream is nighttime. You really, in most cases, there's almost always something better that you could be fishing for during the day. You really only want to target those bream at night, in my opinion. Even if you're just like float fishing for something, or it can be a pretty fun combination to go for pike if you're at Old Berg. Pike during the day with spin fishing, and then bream at night. This is just a turbot, which I'm totally fine with. 9.6 turbot, we'll take that every day, all day, right? Not sure why that went so far. Did I accidentally still have like shift held down when I cast that? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Pike, day pike, night bream. Yeah, that's good. Don't chase the lake minnows at Lower Tunguska. That sounds like good advice. Do the easy thing and buy Norway like I did. There you go. I wasted so much time with that like long cast I just did. As the lure slowly moves back to right underneath us. We're still trying to find that perking. What do you mean, Atman? Just too grindy? You lose interest fast? I got you. Is it possible to have a high bite rate with simple spinning for pike? I mean, I think anything is possible in this game in terms of like spots changing, bait, lure preferences. There's There are definitely like some nice fishing spots for pike on Old Berg, and you don't have to have like the most complicated spinning setups for those, but you're also not going to probably kill it if all you have is spinner baits, you know? Like you do have to level up your spinning some. Yeah, wobblers is once you unlock wobblers, it gets to be a lot more manageable. Yeah, there you go. Atman knows it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick bio break, but I'll be right back, y'all. You tried pilking at Sura, tons of catfish and Xanders. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's what I would have predicted. So it's interesting that that is the way it happened. The Taiga C40 as the mid C reel. Nah, I don't know. Can we? I've never called it that before, but maybe. I don't remember the difference in the Taiga C40 and the C30. It'd have to be a heck of a jump up to call it mid reel, though, right? I could be wrong. I don't know what to call the mid reel actually. There's a lot of options when it comes to a conventional mid reel. I mean, I use the whatever it's called. What do I use? I use the Cardinal 22S as a mid reel, but it's like 20 something thousand silver. It's pretty expensive for a mid reel. Maybe it's not. Actually, it used to feel like that was expensive. Now that Norway's out, that's really not that expensive, is it? Cardinal 22S, 25,290 silver, has a mech weight of 133 kilos, so it comfortably lets you go into that mid tier. I mean, like, that's just an example to me of what a mid tier conventional is. It's a heavy conventional. Its mech is almost 137. Yeah, totally, Josh. That's mid tier then, I think. Let me find it. What are we talking about? The Taiga C40. All right, hold on. I'm gonna find it. Taiga C40. Well, that thing costs. Wait, neck weight is 136. Costs 16,000 silver. No, 15,590 silver. Oh, it doesn't have the second ratio. That's where they get you. I'm like, yeah, that looks like an incredible deal. I mean, it is, but man, I love having a second ratio on the C. Ugh. Why'd they have to do that to us? That is its only weakness, but man, for the amount of mech weight you're getting, that is very cheap. So I feel you. I mean, I see why you're saying that. No, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, I think you're right. In terms of like budget mid tier reels, it's going to be hard to beat that, Josh. I'll never remember it, but I wish I could remember it because that would be a really good recommendation for like people who, get to the sea, they get the Regal and they're like, okay, what's next? I don't want to save more than a couple weeks or whatever. I want to save for a couple weeks and purchase something stronger. That Taiga 40, that's a good one. That's a good purchase as long as you're okay with not having the double ratio. I mean, you can certainly set up a much stronger setup, and put it on a ride that allows for a higher test or whatever. You can get a little bit aggressive, I would think. Pumpkin seeds are starting to come out. How big a Halley are you talking about? I mean, I don't know. I haven't used it, so I can't say for sure, but 50 plus? Yeah, that's true for sure. Yeah, I think it does. It does allow you to go into that next tier of sized fish. I agree. All right, let's see. How big of a leader are you going to be putting on that sucker? Um, is there something above 91? Oh, 113. You probably going 113? I don't know. I don't know if there's something above 113 that would be below 137, like comfortably below 137. Do you remember what level you are in Fisher Online? No, but I can probably tell you real quick. Copper Spot still doing well after 3 hours. Spice stuff? Interesting. I don't know about this. What are y'all doing at Copper on spice stuff? $61.53. Nothing crazy, just very consistent. Huh. Okay. Alright, does it say what level I am? Like I gotta actually log all the way in. Why is the sound so loud? Did it reset? Hey, nice turbot. Red Rackin with a 15.4 turbot. That's awesome. We're almost loaded in. I'll turn this music off. Just trying to see what level I am. Why am I not getting perking right now? I'm like, I don't understand. Alright, hold on. We are I'm level 34, almost 35 in Fisher Online. And how do I turn this volume down? Alright. So, Atman, I am 34, almost 35. Which means I'm at Scotland, not quite at Kazakhstan. And still several levels away from Norway or Madeira or Greenland. You're 31? Gotcha. Alright, I'm gonna reel this in and then drop it again. I could not get it to start perking and I'm not sure why. Oh, it's because I've got... What am I doing? Got the wrong rod in. That's why it wasn't perking, y'all. Uh-oh. That ball game? Gotta have a perking rod to perk, huh? We had that flying collar rig in there. What do you mean, Ramathor? Did I have a bad Saturday a few weeks ago? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Georgia. Yeah. Compared to the Alabama game? Yeah, Kirby Smart and Georgia, they tend to do well when they're favored to lose, when they're underdogs, when they're like maybe being slightly overlooked a little bit. They're not as you have poor Texas, so you were happy. They're not as comfortable when they're like ranked number one. Everybody's picking them to win. The other team has a mobile quarterback. That's a harder position for Georgia to be in, it seems. Ooh, nice, Javon. What was the comp? Was it weight or just number of catches or what? What level is red? 29. Okay. Okay, so he purchased unlimited access to Norway. Gotcha. Yeah, that is the fast route. Number of catches of Chubb specifically. Okay, very cool. Only has Winding and Norway. Interesting. Chubb, Gudgeon, Mackerel, Place, Haddock, Saith, and now Turbot just hasn't showed up yet. Tough because they're 3 scores down now. Ooh, look at that dab. Spiny's still here. Droppers are so nice. Yeah, for sure. You have them unlocked yet, Justin? Maybe? Probably? Yeah, it looks like you do. Sometimes the quality of fish can be just as good without the droppers because actually you're really able to focus one lure, put some attractants around it, and just kind of catch what that lure is going to catch. But there's no question that the drop rate is amazing with the droppers. That was nice. 3rd and 20, 21-yard pass. First down. They called it wrong on the field.
No. So
They haven't overturned it yet, but
remind me, in NFL, everyone gets a shot in college.
I think that's right. I think that's right. You gotta depend on the review booth or whatever in college, right? But NFL, you can start one yourself. No way. You down? Uh-huh. After that fumble.
That was not.
No, yeah, he should. He got his hands on it, so bring it down. He's gonna be ruled down. Unfortunately, I think. Right? Is that right, Javon? Your Norway, the Norway map actually like freaks your PC out? Too much on the graphics card or something? Shuts it down. Wow. Too bad you couldn't like spawn out in the ocean or something. Because I think it, when you're actually in the little city where the start of the map, that's where it really like can run a little slower. That would be an interesting like feature for premium. Allow you to spawn in the boat in the middle or something. Because now that we have the sub, you could most everything except for the cafe. You wouldn't be able to do the cafe, but most everything else you could do from the ocean. Sura is my Norway. Ooh, that's interesting. All right, awesome sauce. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. You gonna go try 55 out? Oh, really? Water reflections. Okay. Interesting, man. I think, the graphics of Fisher Online, has always been to me like, seemed like it's been one of the more controversial aspects of it. Not for me personally, but anytime I've streamed it or had videos on it, there's always like several people that think that it just looks awful. I'm not sure what it is about the like graphical style of it, but there's something that can turns off some players. I don't know if it's like the brightness of the colors or something. I don't know. There's something going on. Or there has been in the past. He made it look photorealistic like a mirror. Interesting. Yo, Grant's on level 32. The reflections are too sharp, it hurts your eyes. Eek. You definitely don't want your eyes to hurt when you're trying to fish on a map. Ugh. It's a cod? What's going on? Maybe a decent safe? Yeah, it's true, Atman. That is very good point. Glad it was a nice safe and not a small cod. Lumpfish 55? Nice. I really like how if you like, especially if you're using dropper like this, your there's really just like no problem staying on top of your safe bait. Like you only occasionally need to turn a safe into bait. Now, if every fish you catch is using one, then it's a little different. But if you're using droppers, no cusk yet. Nice, Wade. You want to find the fish on your own. Oh, interesting, Atman. Yeah, RF4 is a tough one. If part of the enjoyment for you is like finding all the spots and stuff yourself, because of how complicated and big it is, and ever changing. You'd almost be better off playing one that doesn't have like always migrating, changing spots. I guess I don't know. Yo, thanks for the follow, Zaki. Appreciate it. And Fisher Online is probably like kind of a middle ground. It's not spreadsheet fishing, but it doesn't. They don't migrate as much. It's not as much change, right? And there's also not as much information out there, so sometimes you do kind of have to find the fish yourself.
Oof.
That one was his fault. Oh man. Is that the first mackerel of the day? We've got one mackerel. Quicker 4.507. Love it. 75 fish, one mackerel. This is a small safe. Not too small though. Bite rate changes so much. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to be casual in RF4. Now, if you're comfortable using VK or Discord, using community resources, it's not too bad. But like I said, if a big part of the enjoyment for you is trying to figure out spots yourself or whatever, and then also you don't have a ton of time, I mean, I don't know. That just seems like RF4 might not be for you, kind of thing, you know? It's a nice experience. Don't get me wrong. Very complex and deep. Yeah, for sure. Another nice safe. You can still get some fun out of it casually. Yeah, I would think that's true. Just got to have the right expectations. If you know you're going to be a casual player, you got to kind of maybe understand what that means about your progress. You got in at the right time, Norway. There you go. What lure is broken? Oh, I didn't ever buy a replacement. It's all right. Our ticket's almost up anyway. I just need to get that replacement. Down here in the southern sort of part of 34, like, I mean, there's been safe all over, but we have hit tons of safe down here. But a lot of them have been good size. I don't really mind. You got those setups in like 3 hours? 3 times 18 in FO? That's quick. Are you talking? Oh, okay. Wow. Ooh, nice place. Uh, at least like by the definition of the in-game rating system, a turbot is not a rare fish. I don't know. Looking at the conversation going on in chat. Oh, that's a nice place. So, was that? I think I know what you're talking about. Like selling different baits, like bait fish and stuff like that. Yeah, once you're high level, you don't want to take the time to go create bait fish, I guess. But for new players, I do suggest trying to find a good streamer. Makes a lot more fun. When I started, I had a lot of streamer 4 out of 5 active all hours, like Dartak, Mustache Guy, Spasma, and a few others. Just having the like feedback of somebody that's kind of able to answer your questions and stuff, I assume is what you mean, Zaki. Mostly squids. There's quests at First Lake that give you squids for roaches and stuff, beginner fish. Oh, and then you sell the squids. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, some of those are definitely different. Can't remember. I don't think squids have always been the baits that you got for some of those quests early. But yeah, that makes sense. All right, there we go. All right, 82 fish. That's what we're going to get today. Let's go see if there's any cafes or just how we did. It's at least going to be, y'all think 1,000 silver? I mean, we're an hour 50 minutes. Maybe a little more than 1,000. I don't know. I'm going to be curious to see how much some of these Red Kings sell for. I think it's been another good fishing session, though. I was trying to wait for the ticket to run out, which I'm not sure why I'm doing that, because I could just fast travel. I mean, there's no time left on the ticket. 11 minutes? Okay, I'll just wait. Common roach for lion. You haven't played RF4 in a while? I will, Atman. Even today, like I almost, instead of fishing, I almost streamed RF4. I mean Lotro, and even that I would announce. I would just be really clear what I was streaming. All right, so 1190 silver. That turbot, spiny. So actually, the king crab not as good as the other crab, I guess, on silver. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. But you don't turn those into bait, right? Oh, you can. Not worth it though. Not worth it. All right, let's get some of these cafe orders. All right, so there's 71 silver. There's 100, so 171. There's 340. So 340. I think that's going to be it. So 340 plus 1100. Wow. So that's like 1457 silver. That's a good just under 2 hour session, I think. I think that's good. Oh, thank you, Ramathor. I would have forgotten about that, y'all. Okay, Doomed Gamer. Are you still here, Doomed Gamer? Atlanta did get spanked, by the way. Is Doomed Gamer still in chat? That was a nice haul. Yeah, 600. Yeah. Yep. With cafe, even a little more than that. But yeah, it was pretty good. All right, Doomed Gamer. Are you still here? Does anybody know who Doomed Gamer is? I wonder if this is who it is. I mean, tell you what. So Doomed Gamer is not in chat still, it appears. So I'm actually just going to send this Doomed Gamer a 1-day ticket, and we'll save the 5-day for tomorrow. We'll give it away tomorrow since they're not in chat. Trying to make sure they're not in chat, but I don't think they are. All right. Thank y'all for hanging out. I will reset lurk bait for tomorrow. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Tight lines, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Y'all are the best.